As a Sunday school teacher in the children's department in my church, I always teach my children that the smartest set of people on earth are those who are open to learning new things. When you think you know it all, trust me, that is the beginning of your failure. Why am I bringing this up? Myself and 2 other professional chefs made food for my secondary school reunion. Now, this is where teamwork got into play. We had to bring our different ideas of cooking. We had to allow others to bring their opinion. As hectic as the whole cooking was, it was also the easiest bulk cooking I have done in a long time. We had a lot of able hands in the kitchen doing 1 or 2 things, but 3 professional chefs handled the whole cooking. And no, too many hands did not spoil the food. Okay, let's dive into the whole cooking experience. Normally when I'm seasoning my chicken, I have my favorite spice that I use always. Some spices that I would call my secret ingredients, those ones that would define the flavor of my food. But cooking with 3 or 2 other professional chefs, best cooking experience ever. I had to use little of my own idea and adapt to other people's ideas. So while I added some of my spices, I also gave room to other chefs to bring their own ideas and their own spices. And you see that bay leaves in chicken. I have never used it before to season my chicken, but when I saw Chef Abbas adding it to the chicken, I was like, okay, in my mind, let me see how it goes. And it wasn't bad. Trust me, it wasn't bad. Now let's talk about techniques in cooking. Depending on where you were trained, everybody have their own technique when it comes to cooking. And one of the techniques I use in cooking chicken, especially broilers, is not cooking it for too long. So what I do is, after seasoning my chicken, I add enough water immediately, stir thoroughly, and cook for a short period of time. Then I deep fry my chicken. Now the water helps the spices to melt and incorporate very well. Meanwhile, cooking your chicken in water for too long will cause the chicken to scatter. So that process of pre-cooking the chicken first with their own water, I usually skip that process. So after seasoning the chicken and I tried to add water, Chef Abbas was like, no, did he wait? And I was like, don't worry, allow me to do this. If you're following this cooking process, you will notice that the frying process is missing. Well, that is because I fried the chicken myself in the middle of the night. I was already tired, so I didn't really have much energy to bring out my phone and film the process. Plus, it was really dark. So the next morning, say around 8 a.m., we sauced the chicken, and trust me, this chicken came out so well. Even the bones were tasty. Like you could literally taste the seasoning in the bone. It was just too nice. Pepper sauce is different from stew. The difference is in the flavor and the aroma. And I give it to myself. I make the best pepper sauce in the whole world. This particular sauce was saucy because it was too nice. When the Bible said that 2 heads are better than 1, this was a clear scenario. Cooking is an art. Looking at this chicken, you would agree with me that this is a very beautiful work of art.